Over the night, Bitcoin make a huge move to the downside. We grabbed all the liquidity to the downside, even the liquidity on 115,000 US dollars. Saw also a lot of liquidations during the whole crypto market, which remains also the altcoins getting hammered down over 10% in the daily overview. And we have definitely talked about also about Ethereum, because Ethereum is also wending still crazy down to the downside, get heavily rejected over there. And we definitely have to talk about Bitcoin because we are in a very crucial level. So definitely stick around and let's go. Let's start directly here on the daily chart on Bitcoin, because the daily chart looks very ugly. Even if the daily chart or the daily candle is closing as it is right now, we are still okay, but it seems like that we are having here the next move coming to the downside, retesting our supported area here down below. So even if you're a little bit zoomed out, as I told you in the yesterday video, we have this upward sloping support line. Every time we got a retest of it, we see a massive move to the upside. Hopefully we can expect the same also here in the following days. So it needs to be the making the decision in the first week of August. And also yesterday we have seen our monthly close. We closed this August, and yesterday we also see our monthly close. We closed July in a positive way, so 4 green candles in a row. The first day of August, so the monthly is opening in red. It doesn't be that bad because we have, kind of like 1 month already left to make this candle green. But even if we are looking here on the daily chart, it looks really very ugly because we are on the way to losing our supported area here. Even if we're going a little bit closer to our 1 hourly chart, we can see also we broke our triangle here to the downside, as I told you in the video yesterday. Even if we're getting a retest or a breakthrough to this level here, we could imagine to see a move way to the downside to our area about 100 to 110,000 US dollars, 115,000 US dollars. This is exactly what we are facing here right now. We got a small recovery to the upside, but it seems like that we're rolling over and retesting also here this kind of range. Actually, right now we didn't make a lower low, what is actually right good, but we broke our structure to the downside, so we cannot market like this here, because then it's very inaccurate. So we broke this to the downside, so we can delete our bullish pattern here to the upside. I'm only facing again more bullish to the side if we are getting a fast recovery as we saw it yesterday here today. Then we can talk a little bit more that we are getting back in our supported area, but it seems like that we're getting down here to our area. Even also if you're looking on the liquidations, for sure we filled a lot of liquidity to the downside, so a lot of liquidity is building up right now to the upside, but the way should be to the upside. But when we are getting here on the 12-hourly chart, we can see that a lot of liquidity is building down below again up. So it could be that we're seeing a way more flush on 113,000 US dollars, because it's more closer than to the upside, to liquidate all the position who came now in, to go to like a long position over here and to liquidate all them over there. And when we get also a quick look on the monthly chart, I want to show you something that we can see clearly that there is no much liquidity left to the downside. So the next big liquidity what is coming in would be here, when we are facing also the map here. Could be already down below 106,000 US dollars, but to be honest, I don't think that we're going down to 106,000 US dollars directly. More the move to the upside. But when we're looking here on the 1 hourly chart, we can see very clearly that we are here in a downtrend. So even if you count this here, I'm not feeling that bullish right now. So as you can see here, we can mark it like this to, from the high a little bit lower. So at least we have definitely need to broke this resistance line to the upside before we can talk here anything about being on a bullish side. So it looks like very ugly for Bitcoin, even not only for Bitcoin, because when we're looking on the Ethereum chart, we also saw after yesterday, it seems like that we are getting the big move to the upside, also flipped our resistance line to our support line again. Now we flip this again in resistance, so we can also mark this as our new resistance line and get hammered down like crazy to the downside. Also here, target for Ethereum to make a new long position would be up here down below at 100 at 3,500 US dollars. Resistance line, stop loss under this low here. The good part of Ethereum is when we are getting here a little bit more closer, that we didn't make a new lower low. So here we have a higher low, higher low, higher low. Even this we broke, but we are not breaking down below in this area. If we are breaking in this area right now, then we definitely have to get like a little bit more trouble. So if we're holding this resistance here now as it is, it seems to be good. So important for Ethereum would be like we're finding here some support, getting a little bit sideways, making a double button, and then shoot to the upside. So this is the hopefully scenario we're looking for, but to be honest, it looks not exactly like it. I expect here more a move a little bit more to the downside before we shoot here to the upside. So definitely position yourself and expect here more a move to the downside. So set some limit orders down below. If you are still in a trade, just check where is your liquidation price or where is your stop loss. But yeah, it seems like that we're going a little bit lower here on Ethereum. Same also remains for the other altcoins as we've seen here on the crypto bubble. So we don't need to talk about some altcoins yet because they're heavily hammered down. But I would definitely not trade here any altcoin in the next couple of days or in the next couple of hours before we see here a proper bounce of Bitcoin. So I expect here something like this, getting here in our range, finding here support, get the double button, and then shoot to the upside. So this is what I'm expecting here right now for Bitcoin, even something like this. Yeah. But first of all, our target should be here very, very clear, to be honest. So moving to the downside, position ourselves down below here. So even there you can open a new position. If you are not in a position, we are still in our Bitcoin position. I can show you also transparently. As you can see here, we are still in our Bitcoin position. So here also here on BitUnix, you see directly we are here in a perfect downtrend. So it's nothing else than moving to the downside. So hopefully we're getting here some support and not filling this all vector candles to the downside, because then also our trade will look very bad. I bought already a little bit more on my position here down below there in the middle of the night. My limit order got catched on 3 a.m. in the morning. My limit order got catched here. I think it was on this low here. So this order got catched. I will not position more into my trade. I just will leave it running. Yeah, it's a 5x leverage position, so 5% in minus. So it's kind of okay. It's not that bad, but I will not add any more for the Bitcoin position, because at least when we are falling down below our kind of like, if we are hitting my stop loss here around this level, it's okay. I will lose some money, but it makes more sense to position myself then again if we are finding here some more support. So if you also want to take the next long positions here on Bitcoin, so as I told you, go in a long position if you're finding here some supported area, then you can open a long position with the target. First of all, the target should be remains mainly our box here, if we are hopefully getting soon in our box again. But it seems like, see, we are broken one time to the downside, second time to the downside, third time to the downside. It seems like we get a proper move here in this this kind of range. So even if you see it like now here, we can only go on the 50-minute chart. We see we are going lower and lower. So even if the video will come out, probably we hit already our limit order down below here. So definitely check this up for you to position yourself. If you don't know where you can trade, just go in the video description. There you found a link directly here to BitUnix. There I will also do all of my trades. And that's basically all from the video today. So don't worry that much about Bitcoin. Everything what goes down will be also going up in the next couple of days, because also here a lot of liquidity is building up right now. So the direction should be clear. We can position ourselves for the last move to the downside before we see a massive Bitcoin explosion to the downside to 120,000 US dollars. So definitely make use of this opportunity, and then don't forget to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then we see in the next video tomorrow.